it's gotten to the point where literally first game on, first fight, I'll just be like, fuck this game's over. Like, I'm just, yeah. So I feel like it has more to do with my personal life than actually the game at this point. But
yeah, I would agree with, especially with what you described. That's terrible, dude.
Yeah, because then it's like, okay, at least I can win in this game and I'll feel good, right? And then when it doesn't happen, it's like, yeah. Let me get my first code.
Yeah.
I forgot which one, but one of these we can speed through because there's literally one kill the entire game.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it just happened.
On the tank grind.
Yeah, it's tough. It's been such a break from playing. I'm dog shit, man. I think this is the one.
Well, at least Diva's a little better.
Yeah, I don't know. I won my first 3 placements and then I lost 4 in a row. So I don't know what happened between those.
I mean, you know how it goes. RNG.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I just feel like I forgot how to play the game.
Sure. Is this the dumpster fire one?
I think so.
It looks like it. 647. That's not long.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take a look then.
Like, I was doing stupid shit. My team is doing stupid shit. It is what it is. This was stupid. I already remember that. Oh, never mind. I thought that was when I faced him.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, I know I see Cassidy here, but see, this is what you got to think of when you see this here. You have to find the balance between what's the optimal target versus what's the optimal position.
Right.
So you look at this here and like, oh yeah, Cassidy, juicy guy, you know, succulent juice, right? But to get to him, you have to do this. Right?
It's like the Tracer review you had where
you got it. Yeah. So if you see this like this, here's the thing: you see this, you see Doomfist engage, you see Cassie engage. Where is their attention going to be? It's going to be over here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So the question is what's stopping you from going for this exact same play but wrapping this way?
Swing around, yeah.
Right? Now, I know that those aren't necessarily the most attractive targets, but you're not going to get punished for this whatsoever.
Well, no, yeah, and you'll be able to force maybe like a TP or...
Right, TP, deflect, dash, Lucio attention gets split. Like, you'll be able to do exactly what you're doing here, which is threaten a kill, force cooldowns, and the best part about it is there's literally zero chance that you... Honestly, I don't even think you'd take damage. Yeah. I don't even think you'd take any damage at all. Which then means that as this fight evolves, you have more resources. It's like you got to look at it as like a chess move. Like right now, you're sacrificing your positioning to maybe get a pawn. But if you think about like controlling the board and like what opportunities will you get 3 turns from now, going for this here provides less immediate like reinforcement. But over the course of the game, over the course of this fight, you're going to have more HP, you're going to have better positioning. Because like, look at what happens here. Like you get boot back so you don't lose a lot of HP. But also now you're in terrible position to actually do anything. You notice that?
Yeah, I'm right back where I was.
Right? So even though you quote unquote got unlucky in terms of what you did, you got lucky in the fact that you didn't lose HP. So it was like a net neutral gain. Whereas at least here you would have maintained it, like taken more space. You would have been in a better position. And so it's like stuff like that. That's like, you know, it doesn't feel like, oh, it's like, it seems like such a minor thing, but like that will snowball the rest. Whereas this, obviously you're down 1 here, but this is creating space, right? You're on an angle, you're on a favorable 1v1, and you force a response. And because your positioning for this play was so much better, you lose a lot less HP for it, and you get a lot more space out of it, right? Now this fight's still probably lost. But yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I guess the takeaway there is just like you said, the sandwich material there. Just so that you're able to maintain an angle when they do put pressure on you. Where should you go here?
Not sure exactly where my team is. Maybe high ground?
Yeah, high ground, right? Set up your angle. Let's go. And this is fine too. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is good. I'm surprised you didn't lock on that Cassidy there.
Well, see, I hesitated because I knew the Kiriko was still somewhat damaged. She's still half, so... And then I didn't see her though, so it kind of screwed me up. And she TP's out again.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was okay. you know? So it was okay. And this is why we don't generally review stomps, is because it's going to be.
Oh, we can. I have like 5
No. We could zoom through it. We'll zoom through it,
Okay.
but you know, because I'm just comforting you in the fact that yes, you're trolling one fight, second fight you played reasonably, but your team is just completely trolling. Like people are just going to have bad games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like there's not as much to learn necessarily. Yep. Deepen your angle. Good. Good. And then again from here, where should you go?
High ground.
Probably
right.
I
think I go to Matrix.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
And it still gets a kill somehow. Huh?
I mean, you only can do so much, you know.
Yeah.
You can only do so much. Odd use of boosters. Is it the people calling Kiri low?
I think I saw her, didn't I? I saw her head.
I know, but Cassidy's like right here.
Well, I figured he had beat. Kiri doesn't, right?
Did you know that?
I'm pretty sure I saw her head. Slow it down now. Their head. No, I don't know.
I mean, honestly, like it's the right play. Like I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying, like I'm guessing, like with the information that you had, you know. But okay, you know, sure.
Bad booster or not boosters?
The missiles, yeah. That's just whatever.
That's the round, I think. Yeah.
That's the round. Yeah, I think main thing there is just like don't sandwich yourself chasing a target when you can wrap around and put pressure from an off angle. Urgency in setting up your off angle and then pressuring what you can reach from the off angle. It's just like basic stuff, right? Like it's all the boring stuff, but I guess just it's a good reminder to not try and cheat steps, you know? Don't just hard dive through main, wrap around left, squeeze them, pincer them, and then look for the opportunities to dive as you go from there.
Yeah, I just broke a lot of good habits I had by not playing, so I think just focusing on fundamentals will help me get back into it.
I noticed that's one of the first things to go is people will remember, you know, I want to kill squishies, right? Like you obviously, but you'll forget like the way that you need to stage for that same kill, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
This just looks really awkward.
Yeah. I don't know why I shouted.
Hey. Yeah, this is messy. So it's fine. This is why we're going.
See me camera shaking.
Yeah. This is why we're going at this pace here, so we don't.
Yeah, I got you.
We don't have to waste too much of your time here. It's a good try in the pull punch. That one's messy as well.
That's the only kill of the game.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. I think there's maybe 2 total.
I mean, and even like the mechanics of this, like right here, like I look at this and I'm like, this Cassidy should be dead. like, there's no way that you miss this knife, and there's no way that you don't shout on top of his face and just murder him. You actually shot and kind of stand still there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was bizarre. That was bizarre. All right, well, that's all right. You got the only elimination. That's all that matters.
Yep,
you can point to your stat line and be like,
look, this death is depressing.
oh my gosh. It's almost comedic at that point. Honestly, I think backline trade's the better play here. I think backline trade's the much better play here at this point. Considering, like, the thing is, you always have to think about, like, what am I positioned for, right? What are you positioned for right now? You know what I'm saying? Are you right? You're not positioned to go backwards. If you were already here, yes, but you're here. So you need to trade on this rotation here. There's an actual world where you could trade this here, right? Like, you hit the Carnage on the rotation. I mean, look at these targets right here. And then Carnage this, like you will force her Suzu. If actually she doesn't even have it. So there's your opportunity to trade right there.
Okay, makes sense.
Instead, you go back on a Genji that you could never have peeled because you were too far away for it. So it's not necessarily that peeling for a blade is bad. It's that you need to do with what you're positioned for. It's honestly, if I want to stretch things a little bit here, it's kind of like the same mistake that you made when you're diving the Cassidy, where you're like, oh, my job is to kill this guy, but you're not positioned to kill the Cassidy on first fight. Remember that? He's on main, you're on main, you need to wrap on an angle. So prioritize what your positioning allows you to do, like going back to here, right? What did your positioning allow you to do from here, right? Was it to dive a Cassidy? No, it's not. You need to take what your positioning allows you to do, which is wrap flank here, right? Or wrap through here and cut off here, right? Just take what your positioning allows you to do. I actually had this discussion with J3 yesterday because he was asking me, like, should I mark their tracer? Should I shoot their tank? Should I go for their backline? And I'm like, honestly, all that you need to do is take an angle and see what that angle gives you, right?
Oh, yeah, I was watching that.
You know, so it's like, even when you're here, like when I was asking, like, why you went for the Kiriko, just shoot, like, the Kiriko is fine, Cassie's fine, but you wouldn't peel all the way into Doomfist over here, right? You would just, you're here, so you shoot what's available. You peel what's available. That's the big thing. Does that make sense?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, let's move along.
Let's see.
Yeah, these are the games where, like, you could. It's mostly like you played like trash in the second round, but there's nothing like that you misunderstood. You just missed all your shots and looked really shaky. That's it. Not that deep. Best citrus. What is your vote? I want a Florida man opinion.
Best what?
Citrus.
Is that orange?
No, I was asking you what you think is your best citrus.
What the fuck is citrus?
There's no way.
Orange? That's what I'm asking.
There's no way that a Florida man
What? I'm
asked me
Googling
what
it.
citrus is. Oh my gosh.
You didn't hear me the first time say, is it orange?
Yeah, no, I heard you, but I'm ignoring that. The fact that you even have to ask that question.
Nobody calls it that, let's be honest.
No, I'm not calling an orange a citrus. A citrus is a broad spectrum. It could be a pomelo, I think. It's a lemon, it's a lime, it's a grapefruit, it's an orange.
Valid. Tangerine.
Tangerine. I think it's a stone fruit. Tangerine.
No shot. I don't know these fucking science terms, man.
Yeah, that's like Wolf man. Wait, no, you're right. Tangerine. Oh, you're right. It is a citrus. I'm thinking of peach is a stone fruit. Yeah, tangerine is technically it. Nice.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good one. I like tangerines as well. Yeah. I think grapefruits are a little underrated.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with some sugar.
Wait, with what?
Sugar. Put sugar on it.
My expectations are just getting lower and lower.
What? What's wrong with that?
Why would you put sugar on a piece of fruit? What is wrong with you?
Dude, grapefruits are bitter, but the
that's the point. It's it's sweet enough, dude. It's sweet. It's sweet and bitter. This guy, you cannot be rude. Also, citrus right now is terrible. I'm eating this grapefruit right now, and I like grapefruit, but it is not good. Okay, why this map? I see you got the same, couple of the same names here. Oh, attack 0 poggers. Oh, both attack 0s. That's even poggers.
Yeah. I just played this map. I don't remember. I think I just got tank diff a little bit. Mm-hmm. My D.Va was terrible too. I had to switch to like Winston to even have a chance to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like because I haven't played D.Va since old patch, so like I'm not used to the health passive thing. And
yeah. Honestly, here I just don't like how much that you're peeking this Ashe at this point in time. Just let her screw around, right? Until she actually takes space here, nobody gives a flying fart what she's doing, right? So just here, shoot the Winston from this distance, mark the Winston, and then when she actually starts to cross space, then you can start to do a little bit of funny stuff, like drop on her matrix missiles, fly back out again, right? Don't worry about what she's doing right now.
And I lose the HP trade.
That's it right there. Well, the reason why that's such a big deal is like, look at your support line, right?
Yeah. Because I end up flying out.
Right, and DPS passive too, you got to worry about. Because that's going to last for the entire time that you burn, plus 2 seconds. So just like the big thing is like the tank, one of the tank adjustments that you're going to need to make is you're going to be super disciplined when you're engaging. Not more passive, just disciplined. This is just like this is trash damage that you're just feeding. You're leeching your support resources right now for no actual space.
Yeah, and I'm losing DM for nothing.
Right, exactly. So it's what happens is that like one of the things I talk about is like no gray, black or white, no gray. Good. Now out. Right. Go up. Go up. Go up. Go up. Go up. I would just retake high ground honestly. Because like this is fine. But also like you're putting yourself in front of that the Ana Tracer Ashe damage boosted. So just make sure that where you're like even here, right? Be careful. Be careful. This is fine. You might get a trade here. That was good.
Literally, I was 1 centimeter from getting out perfectly.
Get out now, right? Why are you going this way?
I didn't think I could make it the other way. I don't know.
Of course you can make it the other way. You're going back to the enemy team now. You can make out this way. Easy, easy, easy. You fly up to here and drop. You're cooking.
I just panicked.
That's all right. I'm trying to find here. You know what would be the most impactful for you to focus on here, considering so many of these mistakes are just silly rust. You know, also cursed Team USA thing at the moment.
What?
You didn't hear what happened yesterday, right?
Nope.
Not with OG, not with Mikey, and like the whole not Kaluj.
Oh, the team's blowing
Sam.
up.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. All from Team USA, by the way. OG leaves his computer logged in. GG's. Anyway, long story short here, I think one of the things for you is going to be like be a little bit clearer with when you're actually pressuring and when you're not. Like be really decisive, be really in tune with what you're actually doing it and when you're actually doing it. Okay. Yeah, this is fine.
I wish he would have chased that Tracer. Shit, no recall.
This is where you got to be super decisive, right?
I think
you are not right. Like it needs to be now. And honestly, I wouldn't even necessarily. I mean, this is fine, but I would even be careful here.
Yeah, because now we're down 2.
Right, where the stagger is just continuing here. Maybe force primal here. I
think they just cap. I don't even think we get another fight.
This is one of those things where it's like you need, like this second point hasn't been so much your fault here, but this is where you just need to be super, super disciplined with your ins and outs. Like look at what does D.Va provide here that Winston does not?
Can contest the. I don't know actually, because I feel like you can jump the same people on Winston as D.Va.
Okay. How well does a Winston do in the Tracer matchup?
Oh, that's true.
How well does Winston do in the D.Va matchup?
I feel like he does better now, but still, he still have a slight advantage.
Still pretty bad. Still pretty bad. I actually think he does worse. I know he does slightly more damage to armor here, but you're going to be hitting actually more of your shots. So like, yes, he does a little bit more damage, a little bit more armor, but I think it's even easier to track him just to light him up. You don't miss on his body anymore. At least it's neutral. Big thing for you is it's like you have these favorable matchups. You can pressure the Ashe Mercy, you can pressure the Ana, you can pressure the Winston, you can pressure the D.Va, or Tracer, excuse me. You have your choices here. I just want you to be alert with not staggering, setting up, and being decisive with what you're doing. Like right now, should you peel back on the Winston or should you worry about cart?
Focus on cart.
Focus on cart, right? It's too far away. Remember, the big thing is like, what are you positioned to do? Right?
And if I go to him, then he'll just jump out and then all of a sudden.
Right. The question is how do you position and when do you position for cart?
Probably should have ran out top.
Okay. Ran out top. Great. Now what?
Because you can drop onto the Mercy or the Ana or whoever. Like Ana's the furthest up.
Sure,
so.
But you didn't. So what should you do now? You didn't give yourself a chance to set up as well as you would like. So now it's a solution.
The Ana's right in front of me, so block sleep and
Sure.
potentially kill her. 8 and 8.
Good.
I got him.
So I want you to coach yourself here. What needed to be done better? The micro.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
When do you need to peak this? Let's start with that.
Oh, last second. That's true.
Right.
So it's about the cards about it.
So here, obviously, you see the opportunity with the Ana, but at this point, I actually don't even think you needed to peak this at all.
Yeah.
Not now. I know the Ana's close, but that's hindsight. You didn't know that at the time. Right?
Yep.
So when you why would you not want to peak this now? What's wrong with your screen? Assuming that you don't know the Ana's there.
Well, I can get shot from different angles, and also we have low healing, so if I'm low early, then we're gonna have less healing for the rest of the team.
Do you see the distance here, right, between you and the Ashe? Again, I'm ignoring the Ana here.
Shoot me all the way.
It's too far, right? So that's why you need to wait. You need to wait until there's either you have a better setup, like you said earlier, which makes a lot of sense to me, or if you don't have a better setup, wait until the last possible second so it's easier for you to close the distance. So you take less damage in that closing distance, right? You're actually making the same mistake that you made here, right? Because it's the same thing where you're contesting, you're looking to poke and pressure in a situation when there's actually nothing for you to do. You don't need to do anything right now. What can this Ashe shoot?
Nothing. If I'm
nothing. Right, there's nothing. The Winston went too early. There's nothing for you to shoot. So just wait. And then when they're actually taking space or contesting space that you need, then go. And again, the reason why this is so important is not just because Zenyatta Mercy, but DPS passive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
And so you lose so much HP, and even that that dynamite there, like you're screwed. Like you are absolutely screwed.
I was hoping I could bomb up, but then I got DMAC before I could.
I mean, it doesn't matter all that much, but yeah. I mean, it's like you just took so much damage. I want to stay on the Diva train, or is it Winston all the way through?
Yeah, I think I got tilted after that.
Yeah, I would too. Okay, so
I think I have another Diva map.
That's fine. That's fine. And we've seen a little bit of Diva, so we could take some notes of Diva. What have you seen at least so far with Diva between the previous run and this run?
Setting. Well, I feel like setting up more, because in the first map I did the same thing where I went after the McCree, and then on this map, not setting up on the high ground to drop down.
Emphasis and setup in the season 9 adjustment.
Remembering DPS passive and not taking poke early.
It's passive, being cautious / more decisive with peaks, pressure, avoiding gray area at distance just to leech your supports. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Same thing's going to apply to Winston as well, except for Winston, it's a little easier because it should be more intuitive for you not to peek when you don't need to. Right?
Yeah, I still have to break the habit of. I definitely right-click poke too much, I think, but
yeah, okay. So I'm kind of on the fence with the right-click poke because right now, obviously, like you're letting them proc the DPS passive. If you're playing into a high damage composition, you're going to lose a ton of HP for those peaks. But also, I think right now, like because the right-click was not buffed, it's like really bad. Like it's actually like terrible.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'm going to assume that at some point they're going to buff that.
Does he really need it? I feel like he's pretty good.
Well, they might shift his power elsewhere. I think it's silly to have an alternate fire that you shouldn't use 99% of the time.
Yeah.
So it's like basically a lot of these non-aim related damage sources have not been buffed appropriately, and I think that right click falls into that category. So I think that there's a chance that they might buff it at some point. I don't know when. I don't even know if it's actually surely going to happen, but I'm anticipating it. But long story short, in the meantime, let's not overthink it. Just make sure that you're disciplined with your peaks. Just make sure that you're disciplined with your peaks and have a good reason for you to be taking damage. Otherwise, again, DPS, passive, armor, and all those 9 yards. Outside of that, there's nothing really complicated with Winston outside of the fact that landing the melee primary fire damage combo is really, really important because the alt fire juiciness is slightly less attractive. So I find the old-fashioned land on their head melee is just like you know, the old way to doing things is good, especially with melee damage buffed. This is a bad jump. You have enough information here to make a much more educated jump, right? So first off, alternate fire, right? Especially that alternate fire right there.
Oh, yeah.
That one, first one, understandably, you need some scouting information. Second one here, not so much. And then also from here, your jump should be where? From where to where?
Maybe the ash behind cart.
Yeah, just the ash behind cart. I mean, you could even have made the argument here that you could jump from here. Once you get shot here, double back, jump up and over, come from a different off angle. You have the vision of looking through glass, but this jump sadly doesn't really do anything. Because you're like, oh, I got into the squishies, I contested backline. Yes, but you didn't actually do any damage.
Yeah, that was useless.
Yeah. That landing melee combo is you know, boys for men, you know?
No one can hide.
It's the separation. I think you could get away with the jump here. I think you could get away with the jump there, especially with the sights. I think you could get away with it here.
Jump onto the 3 there.
I think you could get away with it. Yeah, I think you could get away with the jump here, bubble here. I think you could.
I think I just got worried about sleep, and then the bubble ends up being bad because I didn't. You'll see. It's too short, and then I can't.
It's too short. Well, it's too short, but and you had an angle to approach from this side, right?
Yeah.
You have the ability to turn their attention this direction. Now it ends up working out okay because they peel back on you. But if you're worried about sleep dart, when you have let's put it this way: when you have a good jump setup, if you are worried about sleep dart, you suck.
Yeah, because if I came from high ground and just dropped, I'd stop.
It's like whip shot. It's like whip shot, where like if the Winston is able to get a free jump, it's actually a lot harder for the supports to make a play on you than it is for you to make a play on them. Whereas if you don't have a good jump, it should be an easy sleep. It should be an easy whip shot. You gotta see what I'm saying? Yeah. This is one of those circumstances where you have an easy engage because you have a really easy off angle and great cover. So when you engage this here, the reason why this feels so bad is because, yeah, you had to respect sleep dart because of how you engage. You engage directly on top of their face instead of utilizing some sort of a different angle. And also, one other thing too, this is DPS passive prompted. Your value is over.
Yeah, it's no kill, no chance for a kill.
So this jump here is at least half a second late, if not more. And so again, what that's going to mean is that you're going to leech an additional 3 seconds of your Zenyatta's and Mercy's resources.
I feel great.
Your Mercy's yellow beaming like a ridiculous amount, right? And that's on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Same thing here. This is a fine time to jump, but it's such an odd angle to choose when you have that other flank available. Nice kill. Attack 0 is maybe the greatest Zenyatta of all time.
They were gaming.
Yeah. You see this Cassidy, this Winston's really screwed up. Like I know he's worrying about part, but like, thankfully he has an Ana, but like it's actually so easy. Don't take damage. 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 Don't even like. Do you see what you're doing? You see what you're doing?
Yeah, that's all bad in the moment.
You are giving them something to shoot. Like you have to be so freaking disciplined here. Where do you go right now? Ash is there. Where do you go?
They're gonna come top, I think. So probably.
Yeah. Where do you
go? Set up at the high ground, right where I'm at, pretty much.
Like stand here.
Well, because they're about to all come top.
But you're gonna get smoked. You can't stand here. Ash is just gonna sit here and pepper you over and over and over again. Where do you need to go? Totally in or totally out? No in between. Where do you go?
Maybe just wait and then jump to high ground when they peak.
Sure. So where would you wait?
Behind cover.
Where?
Down.
Where?
Right below you. Yeah, no. Oh yeah. Well, I meant like in that general area.
Yeah, looks good to me. Avoid the DPS especially. Should be okay. Not here. Too exposed here. So here, just sit here. They drop here, jump back up again. There you go. So much damage, right? You have to be super, and you see your team literally cannot keep you up.
Yeah.
full yellow beam, and Valk yellow beam, and you're dead. Nice. All right, let's go. Probably just would have gone for the primal jump there, because you probably were not going to be able to survive that either way. Good. Nice. Nice. Do you understand what I'm saying when I'm talking about the ins and outs?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Got to be super disciplined. All right. What do you think? Was there a better jump available?
I think maybe if I went from under, so it's less time for them to react.
Bam, right? Better cleave, better bubble placement, more landing damage. You got it. Timing here is good. Unfortunate. Remember what we talked about with Sleep Dart, right? When you have a bad jump or an easy jump, it's harder for them or for you than it is for them. This is an easy bubble to play around with because you're not actually lethal, right? And you're not actually on the periphery of your bubble. So what ends up happening is then it's very easy for her to walk inside. Could you have reacted to this better? Of course. But you made it unnecessarily hard for yourself.
Yeah.
And not only in terms of defensive purposes, but also for offensive purposes, there was very little damage tied to that jump. I mean, this is fine. You couldn't really get a better jump.
I couldn't leave a card either.
Yeah, that's fine. It's going to be a cap.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions so far?
No, it makes sense.
What are you saying?
Mostly just like, I mean, it's kind of like the diva thing of like setting up better, and then as far as like the jump, getting the not getting the landing damage is really good or really bad. I need to be having jumps where I'm not taking damage too. Like, no, don't. I'm always poking, getting poked out, and losing my armor before I go in.
Sure. So you're right. It's similar. It's, clean setup phases. Find the best angle for you to set up, and then very clean in, very clean out. Sometimes even leaving an engage when there's still a little bit of damage left to be done, because you might only do 50, 60 more damage, and you will lose 500 to more damage if you stay too long.
This point, it's the same thing. It gets pretty. Like I've always been bad at this point. I don't really know.
Don't peek at all. Even that damage rate. Don't peek at all. Don't peek at all. Don't peek. Do you see how sloppy this is?
Yeah,
right?
dude.
You could look at this two ways. You could look at this and be like, I'm controlling this backline just by existing here. These guys cannot rotate to this staircase because I'm here. So I'm just gonna sit here and let their monkey just chill. Let's clear him, and then we engage in the backline. That would probably be the safest, maybe the most optimal play. But what would be the more aggressive, sloppy, but maybe it works out play?
Like a bubble on their high ground or something?
Yeah, let's do it. So how would you engage on these guys? First off, you wouldn't just stand in front of them and not jump them.
You can jump over the roof.
You can. You get a slide jump. So what you do is you get a slide jump that gives you an extra second on your jump. You go like right here. You jump up here. You jump. Yeah. You slide. Bam! Bubble, melee. Maybe you get the whole landing combo. Perfect. Drop out and jump out again. Right?
Yep.
Instead, what you've done is you fed the molt charge. You've given something that your Ana has to sit in pocket for 7 years because you got the DPS passive still proccing you. And coincidentally, you're still peeking them right now.
Yeah.
There's the DPS passive leeching. And shockingly, whip shot, sleep dart, coach gun. Why was that so easy?
Because it's just jumping straight onto them versus the high ground angle.
There's no thought. Right here, unironically here, maybe you actually need to tuck a little bit further, a little bit closer, and then go for the play. Obviously cart with Winston is always hard, but this is why you have to be at least try to be disciplined. Stage, do it. 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 Yeah. Don't peek. Don't peek. Don't peek. Don't peek. Let him waste his bubble. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't know why. In my head, I think the Winston's gonna get a kill, but there's literally no way because they're all behind cover. So
right.
Like,
And even if he and even if he did, what could you do about it?
Trade backline.
Now?
No. If he had a kill, I mean.
Right. But you see what I'm saying? Like right now, there's nothing you can do. So stop standing here. Right? Tuck all the way in. So you're thinking, oh, maybe the Winston gets a kill. So what? What are you going to do about it? You're going to trade backline in 2 seconds. Don't stand here and let the Ana or Ashe pepper you. Certainly don't do what you did earlier, which peek here and give him something to shoot. Right? You don't have jump yet. I don't care if it's 0.5 seconds. Don't. And again, while this jump is okay-ish, the root slide is what you needed.
I honestly forgot about that. I'm definitely.
But it's not just that individual jump. You need to be thinking, oh man, there's no roof slide here, so I'm gonna wrap around here and I'm gonna short jump from here. I would rather have that. Like I'm so desperate for anything other than a direct jump. I will take that because this just makes me depressed. And the stuff like that, again, that separates the Gushues from the Kalujas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh my God. It's all about approach. Angles matter with Winston, but in a unique way. You noticing this? Like, it's like you don't stay on an angle, but you use the angle to stage, is what you do. It's actually incredible that you guys are winning this.
We at least make it a game. It wasn't a complete blowout. Wait, was the Ana on the stairs? Because I thought she was on the left.
Where is she?
Yes!
Oh, yeah,
no! Dude, I thought she ran away. Fuck.
That's alright. That's alright. Good job. I mean, this is good. This is good. This is good.
Top.
They had Nano. They had Bob. You guys are close on Trans, close on Primal, close on Sojourn, close on Dragon. All right, this is all right. You guys actually might even win this because of the space you created, maybe?
We win next.
Your DPS take is... your DPS actually took 0 space. Oh, no, never mind. That's why. This is why. I didn't notice this.
Oh, shit.
Your Hanzo and Zen run spawn. I was like, man, that should have gone way better than it did. Because that's ironically like that's the only time you died, and yet it was the best. That's the best engage you've had yet. Oh, stop being a leech. Stop being a leech. How do you stage?
Like, top left.
Top left. Start top left. Jump to close here, right? Then from here, you either rotate in through here, or you could, if depending on where the Ashe is rotated, you could either just short jump here, rotate back to cart, and engage from here, right? Play your angles. There you go. There you go. The problem is it's just so inefficient for you to be taking this damage. It's so inefficient for you to be taking this damage.
Especially with like an Ana Zen comp. Like
right. You're just losing. I mean, even without an Ana Zen comp, your Zen has had Harmony or parking you most this game, right?
Yeah, that's
You know, and it's just like, again, here it's like it works, but man, like with what you have here and where she's looking, surely you could have done something like this, right? Surely.
Yeah.
Surely, right? Like even think about it this way: like where if you coach gun, if you jump here, where does she coach gun? To the side, right? Which means she doesn't get as much distance on the coach gun boop. So you actually can keep cleaving her even though she coach gun you. For the maximum boop on coach gun, she'd have to coach gun you this way. But because her back's to the wall, she'll coach gun into the wall. You notice that?
Yep.
It's just another one of the reasons why coming in from an angle is so much better. In addition to that, because you come in from an angle here, you actually have much better vision on where people are. You see this here versus what you see here, right? You see how little you see from this position, right? Whereas here you have a much better vision on the Ana and Mercy, right? There you go. What you could do, by the way, for little stuff like this, you know she's asleep, you know you have no counterplay, and you're probably just like, I'm just going to eat it and then primal her, right? Big brain this. How could you approach this jump?
Maybe jump high into the air so she...
Jump up. Yes. Jump up here and then land, zap, tuck, and then it creates more of an opportunity for her to make a mistake. Because you could even do something weird like jump, zap, and then like fall off stairs, right? You could do all sorts of sneaky stuff, right? Just be a total rat. Nice. Nice right clicks. Nice. Come on. Maybe. Get off the cart. Get off the cart. Go, 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 go. Gotta be now. How do you guys win this?
Oh no. I think I kill a couple, hopefully. How do I? No, I die. I come back.
It's all about the discipline, you know? Like, even here, right? So much damage taken before you've even jumped. And really, frankly, if this Ashe was even paying attention, you would have been coached. I think she coached to the high ground. I'm an idiot. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, this is just... Yeah, this is Attack 0, combo carrying it for you. Okay. Let's this is just deathmatch. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay. More of the same, right? More of the same in terms of what you're missing, right? Really, you know, pre-fight staging in terms of like taking the angles onto an engage instead of being direct, and then also avoiding cleaner ins and outs in terms of like when you're taking damage, especially from DPS sources, right?
Got it. Yep.
Okay, let's keep going. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay.
Just refreshing.
A lot of abuse going your way here. Even here, right? Think about it.
Yeah, could come from the side.
You come from the side here. Like, really, again, there's no real rush here. If you just want to move card here, that's fine. If you want to walk up and step here and go for it here. And again, remember, from this position, it's not just about the amount of damage that you take, but it's also, it gives you more opportunities. Right, like, you might actually just go for the Ana instead. You might choose, I don't want to go for the Ashe. Save your bubble dose, that's good. There it is. You see the difference.
Yeah, because you can't get coached. It blocks Ana healing. It does a lot.
Beautiful. You get the landing damage too. Not all of it, but you get enough of it. I mean, that was good. I mean, that is like a millisecond away from a kill. The only difference there, I would say, is if you're confident that you have the angle that you want, what can you change with your jump slightly?
Just landing directly.
Right, you can actually be pressing W here and get more of that landing damage. So I think like once you came in from that angle, you can trust your jump mechanics, especially if it's not an Ana. And here, bam, get an extra 20 damage on that landing. How much HP did she have? Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered, but it's good to know.
Definitely, yeah.
There it is. There it is. That's the kind of mind games I want to see. Good stuff. This is going to be a good jump. Almost. Almost. Small adjustment. What needed to be done?
Maybe come from the left a little more.
Just a little bit more. Like a slightly deeper angle. Again, you want to create that coach gun dilemma where she has to coach gun either into you or she has to coach gun into your team. Because you rotate and end up giving away the angle that you had. Drop, 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 drop.
Yep.
Yeah, don't take damage. Even here, don't be peeking. Don't be peeking. Don't be peeking. You have all the information you need. Don't take damage. Okay. Good. Live. That's all right. That's all right. This has been marginally better. Now, it's also been easier because you've been able to utilize the low ground to come from different angles. The question is how good are you going to be able to coming up with this off angles when it's not so easy? Like the first point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Careful, 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 careful. Good. Careful, 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 careful. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Notice here that you got out sooner. No DPS passive. Easier to heal you up. Just chill. Wait. Don't peek. Don't peek. Don't peek. Bam. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, that was good. That was clean. Very good. When the jumps again could have come from a slightly better angle, a little bit more aggression, but managing your HP much better that fight. There's the D.Va swap.
Yeah, I struggled here. I didn't know how to get in.
This is why you're struggling. Oh my gosh. You gotta play hide and seek with this character. Now, there's two ways of looking at this here. One, you look for an angle that avoids the D.Va entirely. Two, you bait attention onto yourself with an idea of where you're going instead. Force boosters, then go. So I want you to look at this. If you're super decisive and disciplined with your peaks here, first off, not frontlining here, but actually tucking back of cart. You got me?
Yeah.
That D.Va's going to do something very silly. And do this. And you're going to be playing back of cart because you're smart. And you're also going to be smart and listen to where the Ashe is, right? You've heard her here, somewhere in this vicinity here. So you're going to be back at cart. D.Va's going to use boosters. The Tracer's going to pepper you. You're going to be about 550 HP, right? And then what do you do right now? Probably
jump top because the Ashe Mercy is about to be up there.
Top, slam, bam, ham, and the D.Va Tracer can do nothing about it. And you're going to primal, and you're going to win the game, and everyone's going to clap. You got me?
Yep. Yeah.
That's how you play. That's how you kind of play D.Va. You bait her attention to focus you down on locations where you can avoid her, or you just avoid her entirely. Stuff that was really important back in the old Overwatch League Season 1 days during the double sniper meta.
That's when the game was goated.
It was all right. It was also a little bit of who has a better sniper.
Dude, I don't care.
This is close. This is close-ish. Now, obviously, she didn't have to use her boosters to get to you because you were underneath her. But this is all right. Right? That's good space. That's good space. You take the Ashe off the high ground, you force D.Va boosters, you force CDs. That was a good jump. But just remember, in the meantime, once this is done, don't do this.
Yeah, I took a ton of
Rock DPS passive, give D.Va somebody to shoot. There's over 200 damage taken just for that peak alone. When all you need to be doing here is just capitalize off of your space by pushing card a little bit forward, wait for your bubble, so that now, instead of jumping back, you're jumping in because you have bubble. You see that?
Yep.
The problem is, while you were taking damage, look at their HP. You weren't exactly trading HP there, right? You were just giving them something to beat up on. Yep. I would just be more attentive to like looking to where she's chained. So like as soon as you're here, you know, might be worth a shot looking at this right here because she's kind of disrespecting. She's kind of disrespecting. You need to force this Valk here. I mean, this is a mess. I mean, it's understandable. You know, it's a messy last fight. You're trying to clutch it. Okay. We have a few more minutes. Do you want to look at one more code? Just play like one more fight?
Yes, please.
Let's do it. I'm going to enjoy my citrus without sugar.
You never tried it.
I don't need to try it.
Ah, see? That doesn't make sense, man. That's like saying I hate pizza. I've never tried it.
Well, there's a difference. Okay, really quick with Winston. Winston, what do you got? Two things, right?
Like not taking poke before I jumped in. Super important not to lose armor. And what was the other thing? Well, just taking angles with my jumps to either cut off a healer or to make it to where they can't just force me out with a coach gun or whatever type of stun boop.
Okay. JQ? Hopefully you played better than the Oasis, because otherwise there's not going to be a whole lot to say.
It was close at the beginning, but then we got steamrolled at the end. This first fight was really dumb. I think should I just play the corner and just let them kind of walk towards us? Because this is really dumb. I get discorded and rolled on.
Yeah, just sit here. Just sit here, and like if you could
Oh,
avoid
okay.
it, yeah, sit here. Basically, here's what you're thinking: who has better poke, you or Ryan or Lucio? You,
Yeah,
right?
me.
Who has better poke, you, Zen, or Soldier? Right?
Well, me because I have cover. And
Well, maybe, but if you're peeking the Zen Soldier here, you see what I'm
oh
saying?
no, not there. Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole point is like abuse the poke and the characters that you outrange, but don't peek the characters that you don't that outrange you, right? So like what you would do here is like if this was like a Zenyatta was over here, then you just sit on payload, right? Or robot. But if this because they're all like they're stacking main here, sit here and poke the Ryan Lucio out here. Yeah, this is good. Just don't get discorded. And honestly, you should just keep poking here. Poke. Just be careful because they will rotate, right? And here, the big thing is that you're covered. Like you need more permanent cover than robot here. So probably just do exactly what you're doing, but just do it from this position instead, if that makes sense.
Yep. Hold.
Just permanent cover, rotate away from the Zenyatta and the Soldier, and then go from there. Good. Nicely done. Like here, don't play this game, right? Don't play this game. Don't play this game. Sit here. Shoot. Blam, right? Nice.
Stick with the robot.
Oh, this pissed me off. I should have had this skill for free. And then he trans.
Well, yeah, yes, but I'm at least pleased that this, like, if you're gonna peek Zen, this is how you peek him, right? That's it. But yeah, you should have killed him. That's all right. It was a good idea. This angle's not gonna work.
Should I go top and drop?
How does this Zen respond to this?
He has to run away or die.
Rotates away, so then what angle can you then play from here?
Well, then I can play where the Ryan's playing and then swing
Okay.
onto.
Your other option here would be to rotate to here and poke from here, where you're a lot closer. Again, forcing the Zenyatta to rotate away, shoot the Ryan. Ryan has to tuck back. Then you're able to walk forward to here and actually close the distance on these guys. Play your range when you're trying to close the distance. Find the angle that makes the most sense with where the enemy team is. Don't just autopilot. Like even right now, you're going to get peeked in top left in about 2 seconds. And there it is, right? So while I appreciate you worrying about payload here, or robot, I'm more concerned about closing the distance on these 2 suckers right here than I am worried about card, frankly.
Okay.
And if you are going to, then drop sooner rather than later. But yeah. Go. Nice. Nice. Shirley. Unlucky. Oh, you guys seen end card a long time. I might even shout here.
No, I knew he was gonna die, so I just got out.
Maybe not, yeah.
I did not like this ult because
Zen's here. Well, okay, yeah. So Zen's here. Where do you need to be rotating to? What's the problem with your positioning here?
On the.
Do you see this in the other sidelines?
Yeah.
See the soldier sightlines here? You probably didn't know he was there, but like obviously hindsight.
Behind the bus on the left, maybe.
Yeah, you could maybe poke from this angle here. Yeah, that's the play. But the reason why this feels so bad is not just obviously the shatter, but obviously again it's a situation where you didn't really have permanent cover, and then also you are standing within soldier and Zenyatta sightlines when you don't want to ever do that unless you're on top of them. That's the rule. Don't, and this goes for obviously Zen is a big one, but like Hanzo, Widow, like you know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're playing a hybrid character, you always choose your sightlines. Who do I outpoke? I poke them. Who do I not outrange? Okay, I don't poke on them. I don't choose their sightlines. You spend as little time as possible playing the sightlines. Nice.
I think I have a good ult here, if I remember.
Yeah, it looks good. I would
Should've
even just
done it right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Eve, just force beat now. Do it now. A bit of an Ajax there, but like, even just. Oh, he used his trance. Okay. I probably would have just used it there, force beat, and because you still have your shout and you have your bleed HP, you're not gonna die during beat. Okay. Let's watch one more fight. You got time for one more?
Yeah. Actually, can you go to where we almost took the lead? I think we were like. Wait, maybe we never did. Okay, we never did. That's a different game.
Is it this one?
Oh yeah, this is about as close as it. Oh no, never mind. It was a different game. There was a game where I was like 1 meter away.
Okay. Well then we'll watch this last fight then here. That work for you?
Yeah.
Okay, Cass, even more reason for you to avoid peeking here. So, you know, somebody has to push, but this is going to be about like avoiding taking damage. And really this falls a lot of the category with the Winston stuff too, right? Where you're not peeking, pull the trigger, right? So you've got two options with your positions here. You're either here and poking the Rhine, or you could also rotate your angle here, where the only angle that they could peek you is from this sightline here. You see this? So this might even be a good rotation here. Yeah. This is good. Obviously that needed to land. I would probably just carnage that, honestly. Once you see his roll. Just to get the HP rolling. Hey, there you go. Don't peek him. Nice. That's just a little messy there. Okay, so I guess for JQ, we'll keep it simple. Play your range versus enemy comp. Poke versus brawl. Don't brawl versus poke. Cautious about same stuff as Winston, not peeking range stuff to lose HP / DPS passive. Because again, that's the same thing. DPS passives, right? You take damage unnecessarily from a range poke, you're putting your supports in a hole. But okay. Any questions?
No, I got it. This is really helpful for sure.
Yeah.